it's Thomasina. Welcome back to my channel. We are back in New York. The travel content has come to an end, so we are back to our regularly scheduled program, which I'm sure some of you guys are excited about. So it is Thursday, and it's been a pretty boring week. Since coming back from Morocco, I have kind of been in like this phase of being alone for extended periods of time. So when I went to Morocco, I was pretty much solo for 2 weeks, which is a long time to be alone. Like, you don't feel loneliness until you are, like, you think you're lonely when you go like 2 days without interacting with people, but 2 weeks is a very long time, at least for me. I was expecting that I would come back from my travels and like be hanging out with my friends and like going out all the time, but it is just too cold to be outside like lollygagging. Like, I would love to be outside all the time, like through all seasons, but when it is cold, it is hard for me to like actually enjoy myself when I go out. So I haven't been interacting with people as much as I thought that I would. I probably go out maybe like twice a week, which really is not a lot for me. I would prefer to be going out more, but again, it's just so cold. And then we have like our rainy days, and then it's been like snowing on and off too since I've been back. So I've just been like cooped up in my apartment for a lot of the time since I've been back, but I'm so excited for it to start getting warmer. We've had a couple of like fake spring days mixed in the middle, so like high 50s, low 60s, and I can get down with that. I'm usually outside during that time. I have a casting at My casting is at 2, so I'm going to leave in about an hour to get there because it's kind of far. It's at Pier 59, and that's a bit of a trek for me, so I'm going to leave in about an hour, and then I'm going to grab lunch at this Chinese place I've been wanting to try. It's highly rated, so we'll see what they're working with. That's about it today. I was gonna have dinner with my friend tonight also, but we just rescheduled for tomorrow. So once I get back from my casting and a little solo lunch date, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping that it stops raining by the time that I have to leave, because walking around Manhattan while it's raining is obnoxious, especially if you're using an umbrella and then you gotta try not to hit people and stuff. It's just too much work. So I'm hoping that the rain subsides, at least until I can get back in my apartment. Y'all, why did I just watch that playback? And I'm like, oh my god, you look like you're gaining weight. Like, I had a little like tub there. You know how kind of when you're just sitting like this and then you get those rolls? I saw that in the video and I was like, girl. That caught me off guard. As someone with body dysmorphia, like anytime I look bigger or like different, that just throws me off.
This one is definitely giving Terry Bradshaw. Okay guys, so I just finished the casting. I'm recording on my phone, not my camera. So now I am walking to this new Chinese restaurant that I wanted to try. It's about a 15-minute walk, but thankfully it stopped raining. So I will probably check in with you guys once I actually get to the restaurant, because this shaky camera is just not it. You guys, I love these residential buildings. Like, they're so pretty. It's giving kind of like suburbs but city also, you know what I mean?
Hey guys, so I am back at my apartment. I made it before the rain started acting crazy, so I probably not gonna leave my apartment for the rest of the day. But the casting went well. At the time that I got there, my call time was 2, and the crew just happened to be having lunch at that time. So normally when you go to castings, like, you don't eat, you just like in and out. But because they were having lunch at the time, one of the crew members asked me if I wanted to get food, and I was like, heck yeah, of course I do. I am not one of those models that's gonna like turn down food. I don't act like I'm too good to eat. Like, no, everybody knows I'm greedy. If you offer me food, I'm probably gonna eat it if I can, like if it falls within my dietary restrictions. They had some really good salmon, so I was happy and thankful that they offered it to me. So I sat and ate with some of the crew members and just chatted them up for a bit, and then they tested the product on me, and yeah, that was it. I was kind of like the lucky model because I think I was the only one who was there for the casting that got a chance to eat, and all the other models came afterwards, so that was nice. And I also got to see a makeup artist that I hadn't seen in a really long time. The last time I worked with her was probably like in 2021. It's been a while, I don't know, but we saw each other and we were like, oh my god, like it's been so long. Like we follow each other on Instagram, but because I don't really like scroll on Instagram ever, I never see anyone's content. So it's like if I don't see you in person, I'm probably never gonna see you. So it was good to see her because it's really been a long time. I'm gonna try to schedule some shoots for the rest of March and then maybe like 2 shoots for April. I try to shoot at least 1 test shoot each month, but it usually ends up being like 2 or 3 test shoots a month, which is actually pretty good because a lot of models don't test that much. But I always like to be in front of the camera. I always like to be doing something. So I'm gonna try to schedule some of those. So I'm just gonna cozy up in my bed and work on some personal projects, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. So I didn't vlog much today because it was just another boring day at home, but I did meet a friend for dinner in the evening. I picked a place in Brooklyn, which is wild because I usually always dine in Manhattan. Hey guys, I am just getting back from dinner. It's an early night, it's only 9 o'clock. I feel like such a grandma. I have not been going out or staying out late recently, I guess just because it's too cold for me to be out and about, and anything that does not involve drinking pretty much closes by 9 unless you're going to like the movies or bowling. I need to start finding sober activities that you can do at night because I feel like when I'm in my apartment early or like by a certain time that my FOMO starts kicking in and I'm like, oh, what's everyone else doing? Even though I know everyone else is at a bar drinking somewhere. So I would like to find more sober activities that you can do at night as opposed to during the day. We went to a restaurant that I picked out, literally some random restaurant in downtown Brooklyn, and I didn't even know that it was inside of a hotel. So we get there, I can't even find the restaurant because I didn't realize it was inside of a hotel. Finally get in there, it's so beautiful, so aesthetically pleasing, but the food was not that great. At least my meal was not that great, and I was out with my guy friend, and so I didn't record. I got red snapper for the first time. It was my first time trying it, and I'm not a fan. I don't know if it was just this particular restaurant, but it tasted, it didn't taste fresh, and I don't know, the flavor was just not sitting right with me, but it also came with like shrimp and spinach, and that part of the meal was so good. So I literally just had like a plate of garlic spinach and 2 pieces of shrimp, and that is it. And I was really having a sweet tooth, but I am trying to stay away from dairy officially because my skin is breaking out again, and I know that is due to me wilding out on the cheese. Every time I go out, I get a pasta and it has some kind of cheese in it, and I eat it as if it has no effect on my skin, knowing in a week or 2 I'm gonna see the consequences of my actions. And yeah, my skin has not been as clear as it could be, and I had a beauty casting yesterday, and it really struck me that, like, girl, eating cheese impacts your career. So if you want to get paid, cut the cheese out so that you can have clear skin and get booked more. I was doing well for a while, like last year, but once my skin clears up and then I eat cheese and don't see an immediate reaction, I keep eating cheese thinking like, oh, now I'm immune to it. And then it catches up to me and then I have a flare up like this. So this time around, I'm definitely going to try to at least go a month without cheese, and then maybe I'll have some kind of dairy product like once a month. So after we left the restaurant, he wanted to go get ice cream. I'm like, I'm happy to accompany you to go get ice cream, but I'm not gonna have any just because, again, trying to stay away from the dairy. But I really do have a sweet tooth. Like everything that I love has dairy in it, and so it's gonna be hard trying to transition my diet and give my body what it wants while avoiding dairy. So we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. I've been trying to go to bed by 10:30 consistently every night. I was able to successfully do this once this week, so yeah, that's how that's going. I'm gonna try to clean my room pretty quickly and get in the bed by 10:30 to get myself back on track, and then I will pick up the rest of this vlog. Oh my goodness. Dang, I just realized I usually take a photo of my food to include in the thumbnail of the vlogs, and I did not do that tonight. guys, happy Saturday. First of all, let me apologize because I really thought that I would have more active content for you guys. I was supposed to go to Pilates this morning, but I could not bring myself to get out of bed. I definitely think part of it is the fact that it's really gloomy outside. It's gonna be raining all day today and it's a little bit chillier than it has been for the past few days. I think it's gonna be like a high of maybe like 55, 54, 55, which is pretty cold for me. So I think the overall feeling of dreariness really came over me this morning. So I did not go to my Pilates class, but I did get a workout in. I did go to the gym, did laundry, and still kind of in the midst of doing my laundry now, but I don't have much planned for today. I'm gonna finish my laundry, do catch up on a little bit of work, and then I got invited to a comedy show at an art gallery in downtown Brooklyn. So there's a movie that is releasing on HBO Max, I believe, and as a part of the release of this movie, they've been hosting like different events to kind of promote the movie. And so I was invited to the virtual premiere of the movie and then the comedy show tonight. So I'm gonna go to the comedy show. I'm bringing my friend with me. I've never been to this gallery before, so I'm not even sure like how big it is or how small it is, if it's gonna be like an intimate comedy show type of thing. Really not sure what the vibes are gonna be like, but I'm like, I am literally doing nothing this weekend, so I definitely need to get out of my apartment to keep myself from going crazy. Is this a safe space? Can I be honest with you guys for a sec? Since coming back from Morocco, there has just been this weird, I don't know, I feel like I am lacking in the social department, and it's so weird because before going to Morocco, I did not feel that way at all. I was going out way more than usual in the fall and winter because that's usually like my hermit seasons, but I have been going out, going to different events, socializing, meeting new people, and then I spent those 2 weeks in Morocco mostly by myself, and then I came back to New York and I just feel like something is off. But then again, I am known to be hard on myself. I've literally been back for like 2 weeks. It's not that, I'm sure it's not as deep as I'm making it feel, but I'm also human and I have to acknowledge my feelings. So what I feel now is that I want to be more intentional about the friendships that I'm making here in New York. Because I am physically detached from my friends back home in North Carolina, I feel myself needing to fill that void with these deeper, beyond surface level connections with other people here. And I have maybe like 3 friends here in New York that I think surpass those surface level friendships. The people that I would like go to if something was going wrong while I'm here, or someone that I would call on to like cry to, or like just go out to dinner if I'm not feeling the best. I would say I have a solid 3 people that I can do that with. Now I'm in a space where I want to surround myself with people who are doing much better than me so that I can aspire to get to their level. And it's not in a sense of like clout chasing, because I'm really looking to make genuine connections with these people, but I want to be inspired by my friendships. I want to feel uplifted by my friendships. I am just going to continue to put myself out there and like continue going to random events and going to like random networking things and try to build that on my own. But I am so impatient, and I just feel like if I think I want something to happen, I should snap my fingers and it just happened. And life doesn't work that way, and I have to get myself to realize that. And in turn, there's a lot of FOMO. Like if I don't have any plans on the weekend, I'm like, oh my God, I don't have any plans on the weekend. Does that mean like I don't have friends? No one is inviting me out anywhere? Like I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And it's all not true. It's literally just like a dialogue that I'm creating in my head, because I got invited to an event tonight. I got invited to a brunch tomorrow. So I have these things happening in my life already, but it's like maybe I'm being greedy. I don't know. Maybe I'm being greedy and I'm searching for more things that I don't really need, and I really need to pay more attention to what I already have and be appreciative of what I already have. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. As you get older and as you mature, and maybe if you move to another city, I think you'll understand like where I'm coming from. And some of you watching this video may already understand where I'm coming from without me having to over-explain myself. But there just seems like there's this void in my social development and in my social circle that I'm trying to figure out how to fill. And when I go a weekend or maybe 2 weekends without having plans, it makes me feel like I'm failing at filling that void because I'm like, I should always have something to do. And that's one of the downsides to living in New York, is because while there's always something to do, which is a bonus, when you take the time to yourself and maybe take a weekend to just do nothing, you feel like you're missing out on something, and that FOMO starts to kick in, and then you start thinking, oh, I'm not doing enough, like I'm not meeting enough people, I'm not networking enough, I don't have enough friends, I don't have this, I don't have that, and you start to focus on the things that you don't have as opposed to the fact that you are making it in New York City. So I think it's a compilation of all those things, and I just said a lot of word vomit to you guys, but honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm still trying to understand what exactly these feelings are. And sometimes talking through it the way that I just did is helpful. I have my journal here, so I did a little bit of journaling this morning too. And journaling definitely helps too, but I also love talking to you guys, because then you'll tell me in the comments if you're feeling the same way. A lot of you give me advice and tips that I absolutely love and appreciate. So I hope that by sharing these feelings and these thoughts that are somewhat incohesive, someone will relate to it, or someone will be able to give me some advice on how to cope or handle the influx of emotions that I've been feeling since getting back from Morocco. I know that was a lot, but hopefully you guys can relate, and hopefully you guys made it through that probably like 10-minute dialogue.
So the comedy show was at C&K Art Gallery in Brooklyn. I got there way too early, but it did give me a chance to check out some of the art. My friend and I went to grab food before the show started, but it was so gloomy out, so in the end we ended up leaving and having movie night at his place instead.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. I feel like I need to start this vlog all over again, because this hasn't even really been a vlog. I've literally just been talking in this same spot for this whole video. I kind of got off track. So yesterday I was supposed to bring you guys with me to a movie premiere slash comedy night thing. I invited my friend, and when I got there, I was the first person there, so it looked like it was going to be a pretty intimate event. So my friend met me there, and he was kind of hungry, so we left to go get food before the event started. Ended up taking way longer to get the food, and by the time we were walking back to the event space, my friend was like, what if we just skipped? Like, what if we just went back to my place and finished watching Harry Potter, because we're doing this like Harry Potter marathon? And me, being the homebody that I am, was like, absolutely, let's go watch a movie instead. So we didn't even go to the comedy event. And then this morning, I went to a Women's History Month brunch hosted by TikTok. So the event was just slam packed with all influencers. It was all influencers there, and I did not capture any content. I literally took pictures by myself. I took pictures with my friend, and that was it. No behind the scenes. I completely failed you guys for this vlog. I don't know what was going on. I feel like I don't really consider myself like an influencer by definition, because I don't have a lot of subscribers and I don't have a lot of followers. Yes, I do influence people, but I think that the term influencer, I think it's just defined a different way. And so I find that I get kind of like awkward as far as content creation when I'm in a space full of other content creators. So I feel like other people just take it way more seriously than I do. Not to say that I don't treat this like a business, but I'm not the type of person that wants to like push everyone out of the way so that I can get like my specific video or photos. Like I'm not an aggressive content creator, if that makes sense. Like compared to my friends who don't take photos and don't post videos and don't vlog, I may be more of like an influencer personality, but when I am around other influencers who are doing this like full time, I definitely see that I'm not as aggressive. I was really just taking it all in, really being present in the moment, and because of that, I did not film any content. And my friend is a content creator. I would actually consider her more of an influencer, because she's got hella followers, but even she was not creating content at this event. So we were really just like enjoying the space, listening to what people had to say, eating a ton, of course, because y'all know me, I'm greedy. So I say all that to say I kind of got off track with this vlog. Admittedly, I have just been kind of living in the present, and I've mentioned this before in my videos, but it is sometimes hard to capture behind the scenes of my life when I really want to be intentional, especially if I'm sharing an experience with a friend or with someone I care about. I don't want to take away from that experience by trying to record everything. So There are certain instances where I forget that I'm even a content creator and don't do my job and don't create content, so I apologize, but we are back on track. I'm back home at my apartment, and I've decided that I'm done with cooking. I've decided that I don't enjoy it. At least in this phase of my life, I don't enjoy cooking. I just feel like I don't have the time to really put my foot in it, as they say. And so I find myself cooking these, like, I find myself eating the same thing every day, really, if I'm cooking and not going out to eat. And two, it's just not very, like, exciting meals. Like, I'm just over it. So I am gonna go to Trader Joe's for the first time and do like a little Trader Joe's shop with me / haul type of thing, and show you guys how I purchase pre-made meals or frozen food meals following the dietary restrictions of a model. If you guys don't know, I'm a pescatarian, so that means my diet pretty much consists of seafood and vegetables. But typically I don't consume seafood unless I'm going out to eat, so like 5 days out of the week, I'm just eating different variations of veggies. So I want to go to Trader Joe's, see what all the hype is about, and see if I can find foods that are fairly healthy so that I can maintain my healthy diet without staying in the kitchen too long, because I'm in the phase of life where that's not making me happy. So I'm gonna bring you guys with me, and then we're gonna do a little Trader Joe's haul, show you guys what I got. But it is a beautiful day in New York. It's like 60 degrees and everybody's out jogging, riding bikes, like getting ice cream, and you can really feel that spring energy springing back into New York, and so I absolutely love it. But I'm about to change my outfit, get into something a little bit more comfortable, and then venture to Trader Joe's. Alright guys, so I'm back from Trader Joe's, and let me just say that was a very overwhelming experience. It was so crowded, but I guess going grocery shopping anywhere on a Sunday is probably really, really crowded, but the cashier who checked me out gave me some pro tips of when to go to Trader Joe's when it's not as crowded, so I'll just go on another day and another time next time. But I got a few things. I don't think I picked out the healthiest options, honestly, but I tried my best, so let me show you guys what I picked up. Okay, here we go. I got a pepper seasoning shrimp stir fry. I feel like this is pretty healthy. It may have, yeah, just as I expected, high levels of sodium, but it's only 60 calories per serving and only 3 grams of sugar. That sodium count is really intense though, so I don't know. I picked up some pineapple chunks. I like to just snack on this as opposed to like eating candy or something. This satisfies my sugar cravings usually. I got the Thai shrimp gyoza. I try to stay away from pastas on like my weekday dinners just because I try to avoid carbs as much as I can because I know that I usually carb load on the weekend. So I did pick up 2 types of pastas, but they have cheese substitutes, so I wanted to try them because you guys know that I'm trying to stay away from dairy to clear my skin. So I got a vegan spinach and cashew ravioli, so I'm assuming cashew cheese replacement. So probably gonna try this tonight. We'll see how it goes. Oh no, actually this is the one that I wanted to try tonight. So this is a butternut squash ravioli. I also got some shrimp tempura. I got these vegetable samosas. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the content creator Clark on TikTok, but she used to rant and rave about the chicken samosas, and she like thought they were the best thing ever. So I was like, I don't eat chicken, so let me try the vegetable version. And lastly, I just got this berry medley for my smoothies. I usually drink a smoothie as like a snack every day, and that's everything that I got at Trader Joe's. Honestly, I was so overwhelmed because it was really crowded, and that was my first time grocery shopping in person, and maybe like a year or like 2 years. It's been a while. I usually order all of my groceries from Instacart, and so I've never had to go in person. So it's very overwhelming, very crowded, but again, I did go on a Sunday, and it's a nice day out, so more people are going to be outside, so I think it was just bad timing. But yeah, again, not the healthiest options. Quite a few things that I got are heavy on the carbs, so I think next time I will pre-plan my grocery list to try to pinpoint healthier vegetarian or pescatarian options at Trader Joe's. Hello beautiful people, happy Tuesday. I quite literally do not remember where I left off on this vlog. And honestly, this one is not my best work, I will admit. I feel like I was just all over the place and dealing with my own emotions and thoughts and stuff, which I shared a little piece of it with you guys. But anyways, my friend is in town from Dubai and I was supposed to meet him for lunch. I made a reservation and everything, but he's a flight attendant and they changed his call time to like be at the airport. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to meet for lunch, but I am starving and will use any excuse to go out to eat. So I'm still gonna go, literally going back to the same place that I was at earlier in this vlog, Joy Love Club, because the food was just so good. I have to go back. So that's where I'm about to go. I'm about to head into Manhattan, have a little solo lunch date, and yeah, continue on with the rest of my day. Not much going on today. Life has been pretty boring lately and I'm not a fan, so we're gonna have to kick it up a notch this weekend and onward. So stay tuned because it's about to get wild. It's about to get wild out here. But anyways, I don't really have much else to show you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vlog. If you made it all the way through, shout out to you. You're a real one. I will catch you in the next video. Bye! 'Cause I'm not just a pretty girl.